Alright guys, a workout for Tuesday, April 28th is going to be Diane at home. Last week we did a home variation of Nate. This week it's going to be a variation of Diane, which is classically 21, 15, 9 reps of deadlift and handstand push-ups. The weight's usually 225 for the men and 155 for the ladies, so it's a moderate to heavy loading, but most people aren't going to have that accessible to them at home. So instead of just doing 21 reps and 15 reps and 9 reps outright in the deadlift, you're going to do 21, 15, 9 in each hand, left and right. So most of us using a single arm or object, whether it's a dumbbell, kettlebell, or a bag, something like that. You hold you hold the object on one arm, perform 21 deadlifts as fast as you can, because it's going to be on the lighter side, hand it off, 21 on the other side, then do your 21 handstand push-ups. If you're out of 15, 15 deadlifts right, 15 deadlifts left, 15 handstand push-ups, 9, 9, 9, right? And doubling the reps is what's going to help us account for that lighter weight. If you are using a barbell, however, because you have that available, stick with the classic, just 21, 15, 9 straight throw. As far as the handstand push-up goes, we've got variations involving pike presses from the floor, from our hips and feet slightly elevated, as well as seated presses that we can scale to. Whatever you pick something that'll allow you to move pretty quick. Think no more than around 3 sets or each round. So in that round of 21, 7, 7, 7, or something similar, 5, 5, 5 in the round of 15, and 3, 3, 3 in the round of 9. All right? And then after that, we'll finish out with some core work, 3 rounds of 10 good mornings and 10 hollow rocks. Okay? Let's go and get started with our warm-up. Alright guys, for our warm-up, we're going to run through 2 rounds of some step-ups to an object and wall walks where you get ourselves slightly inverted. To begin, we're going to put our hands on top of our head or behind, and you're going to step up 10 times in a row on one leg, lifting the opposite leg in the air at the top. So I pull the leg out to the front, I'm standing lateral next to the object, I'm not facing it head on, and I'm going to stand all the way up, pull my knee up and hold for a split second for 10 reps. This is going to force me to use my top leg to lift myself up and work on a little bit of balance in the process. Lift and hold. Progressively bringing the bottom foot further out front or in line with my top foot to make the push a little bit harder. And 10. Once I've done 10 on one leg, I'm going to switch to 10 on the other. Again, bringing the knee up and holding at the top. Maintain your balance. And try and control down just a little bit more in the later reps. After you've completed 10 reps on the second leg, then you're going to make yourself over to a wall. And you don't even necessarily need a wall for this. You can just do something, you can use the same object you stepped up to just to elevate your feet to a pike position. But we're going to bring it down to the ground for 3 push-ups to start. 1, 2. If I need to, I can just roll up and down, making sure my chest touches the ground. 3. Then I'm going to walk my feet up the wall and my hands as high as I'm comfortable going. Hold at the top for a split second, and then walk my hands forward and back down. We're going to repeat this for 2 more reps. So another 3 push-ups and a wall walk. 1, 2, chest touches the ground. 3, and wall walk. And again, if I need to, I can do the same thing with that object I'm stepping up to. You don't have a wall to work with. 1, 2, 3. Pick my feet up, put it on top of the object, walk my hands, head through the shoulders, walk it back down. All right, that's 1 round. We're going to do through that second time. So I go back to my object, hands behind my head. Another 10 step-ups with the leg lift. This time, try and keep the toes up off the ground in the bottom to maximize the amount of work that the top leg has to do and minimize the amount of push-off you get from the bottom. And 10. Go ahead and switch to the other. Once again, guys, try to curl that toe up on the bottom foot so you just use the top leg to stand. Seven, 8, 9, 10. And after your 10 reps on the second leg, we'll bring it back to our wall. Another 3 wall walks with 3 push-ups to start. And again, guys, prioritize chest goes to the ground, shoulder gets below the elbow, even if it means you're worming it in the push-up. Wall walk. Two more. Up. And back down. Last set, 3 more push-ups, 1 more wall walk. And relax. For our deadlifts, you'll be performing 21, 15, 9 reps on each arm. So essentially you're doubling that. You're doing 42, 30, and 18. Now, if your weight that you're working with is a little bit heavier, I want you to straddle the weight between your feet. Keep the chest up, keep the hips low, just like a squat, stand, reach down, touch the ground. This applies for a dumbbell or a kettlebell. Go ahead and perform 3 to 5 reps each arm in this movement. If the weight that you're working with is a little bit lighter, to keep it challenging, you could bring the feet together to a narrow stance squat. Keep the heels down and the chest up as you squat down. Grab the weight, deadlift up, and stay balanced and even as one head of the dumbbell or object touches the ground. Go ahead and perform 3 to 5 deadlifts per arm of this narrow stance deadlift version. So again, weight heavier, go through the middle. Weight lighter, potentially bring it out to the side. Next, work on our handstand push-up. To prepare for the movement and also practice the progression for it, we're going to kick up under the wall and perform 2 negatives, slow and controlled on the way down, where you just fall out and then kick back up. You can do this whether you plan on doing handstand push-ups or simply want to practice getting stronger, even if you intend to scale. The negative will kick up into the handstand, push the head through the arms. Then, with the feet together, elbows go forward as the head goes back towards the wall, slow and controlled to the bottom. Fall out and kick back up for 1 more rep. Focus on a smooth initiation. Head goes back to the wall, elbows go forward, and a slow bottom portion of the rep. Now, if you plan on doing handstand push-ups for the workout, we're going to set up in the same position, kick up under the wall. Elbows come away, head goes down. You're going to go down a little bit faster in the bottom, knees come to the chest, kick towards the ceiling as hard as you can. Go ahead and perform 3 to 5 handstand push-ups. If scaling to a pike push-up, find an object that we can raise our hips up onto to get our hips elevated up over our shoulders. You're going to bring the feet up onto the object, your mat out in front.
Stick your butt up in the air, your head through your arms. As you descend, you're going to lean the weight forward as the elbows point towards the bench or your object. Hips are in the air. As you press, reach your nose as close to the bench or object as possible. Up through the arms, hips finish high. Go and perform 3 to 5 pike push-ups. And lastly, if we're not going upside down or seated press, legs are straight with the bottom of the knee pressed down into the ground. We're going to puff the chest up. Focus on locking out the elbow and the shoulders with the arm behind the ear, weight fully overhead. Perform 3 to 5 seated presses. Now that you've practiced both the deadlifts and the handstand push-ups, take this time to run through 2 quick rounds of 5 reps of each movement as fast as you can. Then let your heart rate come down, catch your breath, go ahead and hit the heart. Enjoy. All right, guys, to finish out with our core work, we've got 3 rounds of 10 hollow rocks, or 10 good mornings of 10 hollow rocks. For a good morning, you can throw weight on the back rack, hold it in the front. It could be a dumbbell or a barbell, or just no weight at all. Regardless, the position we want to see stays the same. To do this unweighted and to practice this position, clasp the fingers behind the head, have the eyes look straight forward, and with a slight bend in the knee, you're going to reach the hips back, eyes stay forward, stretch the hamstrings as low as you can go while maintaining this arch in your back. Stand and squeeze for 10 reps. After you've finished that, our hollow rock will take us down to the ground. We shrug the shoulders up off the floor, bring the knees to the chest, then extend the legs, reach the arms as high as they can go without letting the shoulders touch the floor, and then think about taking the feet and pushing them forward and pulling them back to initiate a rocking movement. Not up and down, but forward and back. Forward and back with the feet. All right, there's your core work. Beachbody 2K 2021 coming in hot.